Oh man, it's your boy Carcino here, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss anything. Hopefully, YouTube give you the notification. Um, Listen, check the timeline too on your own because you'll be amazed what you done missed, and if they didn't send you a notification for. But believe me, you should check me every hour on the hour because I make videos fast. Now, here is a video I should have made a while ago. I just keep forgetting to make it. This is the reason why New Edition broke up again. Now, everybody was awaiting the tour that was supposed to be New Edition and then, the younger New Edition. They were ready. There was money put up for it, and they were going to do the tour where the older New Edition and then the people who played them in the biography that they did on New Edition from the movie, they were going to perform on the tour. So this is a massive tour. It was a lot of money involved. A lot of people put things together to get this thing, off the ground. And people were excited for it based off the movie. Now you have a problem of which you have guys that don't want to participate or they're trying to get capitalized financially off of it. Johnny Gill owns the name New Edition, and so does Ralph Tresvant. They both look, we both owners of the name New Edition. We both filed, for the name New Edition, so we get such and such amount of dollars off of the tour. And everybody's like, whoa, wait a minute now, that's not fair because BBD, what I'm saying, like Belle Biv DeVoe, if we use that name, Mike Bivens get the lion's share of the thing, and we're not using BBD. And it was like, no, we're using New Edition, which is much bigger. And it was a whole big mess going on for a long period of time. Mike said, let me try to go back and get people involved. And Bobby Brown and Ralph Tresvant, who has always seen eye to eye, even when New Edition and BBD and all of these people didn't get along or didn't talk, it was Ralph Tresvant and Bobby Brown really together. You know what I'm saying? Because Bobby took a lot of weight off of Ralph. Because Bobby ended up becoming way more successful independently than Ralph. But Ralph was able to keep the squeaky clean image, knowing that Bobby was like, he did majority of the things I did times 10. Everything I did, he did. He had a baby first. He went and his girl got an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff that was in the movie, people didn't know that until they saw the movie. And was like, Ralph, they cut these parts out where Ralph was doing drugs just right along with Bobby. It was like, man, he was doing drugs with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was Ralph? And that's why on Ralph's first album, Bobby's all on it. Stone Cold Gentleman. I'm Stone Cold. Baby, I'm Stone Cold. That's Bobby Brown. Bobby's on the song. Bobby toured with him and did the shows. They were Rizzo and Mac. Rizzo to Mac and by B Brown. Rizzo to Mac and B Brown. They were tag team partners. Then Ralph fell, into anger, depression, alcohol, drugs, and it just turned him evil, and he just was bitter at a lot of things. Bitter at everybody's success and how nobody recognized that he sacrificed. It wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for him because his album didn't really do too well. The second album. First album did well. Second album just tanked. And because of it, the second album tanking, here comes the doubt and the questions and everybody spinning way above their habits. Then comes Puffy to bail them out and get them their first real money they ever saw as New Edition. With Hit Me Off and everything else, and then the tour, and they all go left. So that brings us up to date to where we are today. The same way they couldn't really come together to do the tour then, it's the same way it is now. Everybody's a mess. Everybody feels that they supposed to get the lion's share. Johnny Gill feels that he should get a lion's share. Ralph Tresvant figures that, hey, I own the rights to New Edition. It's only right that I get such and such and such and such. And Mike Bivens has been getting the lion's share of everything because he realized what it was like on the production side. You know, what it was to deal with the business side with Bill Biv DeVoe. So everybody was like, man, these dates are out there and they want to see New Edition, man. They want to see y'all do y'all thing. They want to see y'all perform these songs. And Ralph is like, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't coming to terms, you know, I own the name New Edition, so definitely, you know, I'm supposed to get such amount of dollars. I got ownership to the name. And Johnny was like, I got ownership to the name New Edition too. I filed too. So Johnny and Ralph were like, look, we could work out a thing because we both got our name filed for the New Edition name. And it's like, it's not about that. Y'all finna put it in a position where nobody's gonna go out and perform, and y'all finna get the lion's share of the money. It just don't make no sense. So they thought about it and they came up with the Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. And they said, look, we can do this, we can sell this. We'll still do the songs, just gonna be without Ralph and Johnny. If they don't want to come to the table, it's gonna be Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. That's it. And that's the name of the group now, or why they touring. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. And they still doing the song. It's just that there's no Johnny Gill and there's no Ralph Tresvant, which are the two lead singers of the group. And they still doing all the BBD songs, and they still doing all the Bobby Brown songs. So you lose some, but you don't lose them all because they still do Can You Stand the Rain. They just don't do Ralph's part, and they don't do Johnny's part, which is hard to do. But people still want to see them. So this is where being too smart and being too greedy comes into play. Where you cut yourself off at the legs and everybody know too much. And everybody's trying to be business. And next thing you know, there is no business. You don't have any money. You see what I'm saying? When you don't have any money, then what? See, you got 100% of nothing. So when you got 100% of nothing, what do you have? Nothing. All that smarts and calculation. Nobody wanted to split the money correctly, and now you end up with nothing. Now these guys are gonna get money, and they're gonna tour, and you gonna sit back with your ownership of the name and not getting a dime. So now you got to think about it and say, well, what did I just do? Was it worth it? Because realistically, it should have been. Like all six. It should have been all six. Plus the young kids. You know what I'm saying? The new edition. You messed it up. It's not just them you messed it up. You messed it up for them. You know, this was monumental. You was gonna have the young kids go, then y'all go. You know, so they were looking forward to it. Well, see, this the problem is that people can't never see the roses. You know, people can never see the realness. It's got to be too late before they realize, like, man, why was I so stuck in my pride? You know, like, why did I just let that go? You know, just so we could all make money together as brothers. But now I got to get the lion's share. I got to get this much. I got to get that much. Because I'm old or they owe me. All this selfishness leads to despair every time. So, you know, when I saw this happening, I was like, man, that's bad. You know, because I would have loved to see all six together again. You know, teamed up together for them to be Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. It's cool. But, you know, they doing what they got to do. You know, so you can't really. It's hard to knock them when they doing them, and they've been put in a position to do them. So now it's Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. No more Ralph. No more Johnny. So that's what it is, and that's how it happened. And that's where they stand right now. It's just a shame that Bobby and Rick and Ralph just fell out the way they did, as close as they were. But yeah, that's it. So let me know what you think. It's your boy's Carcino, man. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day.